Wait for it. Hey, we're live.
Good morning.
It's another Monday.
Monday. What is that from? Oh, that was Sunday. Sunday.
No,
that was from a wrestling thing, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe. My brother is into wrestling. Shout out to Jeff. Woo-hoo.
So, hey, it is March 29th. We're almost at the end of March.
It is a beautiful day.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you loving this
Gorgeous.
weather? I'm loving this weather. And 507 is selling these cute little cups. They were their old cups. Anyway.
You know what
Logan brought me home one, and it's amazing. And you can buy them at 507. And they're so cute and tiny and amazing.
You know what I just noticed?
Sorry.
As we sit here doing the 10 at 10, if I look above the computer, above the laptop, you get a great view of Boney right there.
The mountain?
Yeah.
Because if people don't know what Boney is, that just sounds really weird.
Okay.
I thought it was weird when we first moved
Mount
here.
Boney.
It's not really a mountain. It's kind of a hill. It's a mountain.
Those are fighting words.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're in Redlands,
It's one of the
San Gregonio. It's not that.
It's one
You
of the
can climb to
higher
the top
peaks. It's one of the higher peaks. I've climbed to the top of San Gregonio.
in a day. You're right. You have. I have not.
It's one of the higher peaks in the Santa Monica Mountains. Now, the Santa Monica Mountains, I think the highest peak is about 3,100 feet. So it's in, the Redlands area, San Bernardino area. Our highest peak was 11,500. Been there, done that. So, but yeah, and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful day with a beautiful view of Boney and a beautiful bluebird on my shoulder.
I know, isn't it cute? A bluebird. Oh, Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder.
I'm sorry we're inflicting you.
It's so cute. Anyway, I got a new little bird plant. Like two, actually, to go with. I don't want to put my coffee down. It's really good. To go with the bunny. Guess what's coming up on Saturday?
On Saturday?
Sunday. Obviously, I have issues with dates.
Sunday is Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
But Saturday is going to be a great day as well.
Okay, I was going to put the bird like in the little side so you can see it. Anyway, it's Easter. And it's such a beautiful weather. Still in my coffee. Anyway, Easter Sunday. So it's been a good week.
It has been. Hey, Paul Plaxton had made it live today. He often signs on later, but good morning. Good morning, Pablo.
Past Sunday, Dave DeVos preached. So good. It was amazing.
It was. I really enjoyed we've been talking about that verse, John 16:33, which we're going to talk about again on Easter Sunday.
It's a good verse.
About
what does it say?
It says, "In me you will have peace, while in the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." And we're going to kind of focus more just on that one verse on Easter Sunday. But it was so nice to have this context of the Gospel of John that Jesus is the Word who is with the Father, yep. and now he revealed himself through the different the signs like turning water into wine and raising Lazarus from the dead. I thought Dave just did a nice job.
It was a cool walking through who Jesus is, because sometimes at Easter week you focus on this is what Jesus did.
Right.
But walking through the whole Gospel of John and seeing this is who Jesus is. This is what, this is what he cried. He wept with Lazarus. He, rejoiced and celebrated at the wedding. He, in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was crying so distressed that it was like blood coming out because he was so upset and, was pleading with God. If there's any way that I don't have to do this, he's like, I don't want to do this. Because he was fully human. Jesus was fully human and fully God. And as his, he felt the same pain that we feel. He experienced the same heartache and the same joy. And in that moment, he was afraid and he didn't want to do this. He knew it was going to be hard and painful. And I don't know. I was thinking this morning how when he was carrying his cross and he collapsed, he couldn't carry it because he was after he had been beaten and everything. And the fact that the Bible records the person that picked up his cross, Simon of Cyrene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Picked up and, they recruited him to carry the cross that Jesus would be crucified on because Jesus couldn't do it. He was too weak and too in pain and he just couldn't. And it's just cool how God notices those little details. God values individuals. And sometimes, like, living the Christian life and bearing each other's burdens is not easy. It's painful. You know, you're sacrificing, you're going through something hard with someone, you're doing something hard. I was helping Mark with his exercises this morning. His knee has issues. And there was this one that he has to lift up his leg, but he can't do it because he's not flexible. So I'm lifting up his leg, but it was hard. I was thinking, oh, I'll help you. Yeah, just, lift up your leg. But, it's like dead weight of stretching his leg.
Apparently my leg is heavier
it's
than
heavier than I thought, but it was hard. And I don't know, as I was just kind of pondering life, I just thought, God asks us sometimes to do things that are hard. Simon of Cyrene had, that cross was heavy. That was not comfortable to carry that. And, he was just standing there and just a guy. And all of a sudden he's carrying this cross that Jesus is going to be crucified. I don't know if he knew who Jesus was. I don't know if he was a follower of Christ, if he was just some guy, but it was significant enough that it is recorded for all history in the Bible. And so, I don't know, it just encouraged me to, as I go through this week, think through what are some of the just little details leading up to the crucifixion. And, I was listening to a song too, that my sin is nailed to the cross. I don't stand condemned. I stand before the throne of grace without condemnation, because Jesus paid that. I claim Jesus. And it's like, wow. It's just, if you just stop this week and think through what it means to follow Jesus and what it means that he is our salvation and all those things that he had to go through. He was God, but he was also fully human. And he went through, this was a hard week for Jesus before he got crucified. After coming in this triumphal entry that we celebrated yesterday with Palm Sunday, everybody's Hosanna, and they were proclaiming him the king. And he knew that in just a week, they would be yelling, crucify him, and turning against him. And so I'm going to spend time this week, just spending time in passages of scripture that describe, what went on this week? What did Jesus do? Because Dave gave us such a great backdrop of here's who Jesus was leading up to this week. So anyway,
I think that's a great idea to just spend time, because we think about, Good Friday, we focus on the cross, and then Sunday on the empty tomb, but really to spend this week focused on, and really John's gospel is interesting. If you think about this in John 13, pretty sure, it is. In John 13, that's when they're in the upper room and Jesus washes the feet of the disciples. Jesus is crucified in chapter 19. So you have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is all like this final evening.
And that's all in
Jesus,
John?
with the disciples. And this is where he walks them.
Reading through the end of the Gospel of John.
And that's where he walks them. And that's not even just like the last week of Jesus. That's just like the last hours of Jesus. And so John pays a whole lot of attention to this time with the disciples. And that's where we read the, I am the vine and you are the branches. This all comes in this context. So I think that's a great idea. And all of the Gospels have the triumphal entry as like a marker point. And then you can read the next few chapters leading up to the cross. So that's a great thing to do this week. And then, of course, Good Friday is going to be, I think, a meaningful day.
It's going to be good.
We are inviting.
Good Friday.
It's going to be a good
Why
day.
did they call it Good Friday when it's not?
I don't know the exact answer to that, but I do want to say this, that sometimes we think of the cross as a bad thing, almost as like Satan won on Friday and then Jesus won on Sunday. But that's not the truth. I mean, Jesus is victorious on the cross. The cross was not defeat.
That's true. And he willingly went. He could have. There's a song. There's a song that says,
oh, no.
He could have called 10,000 angels to destroy the world and set himself free. But he didn't, because he gave his life. He said, it is finished, and he gave up his life.
That's an old song.
It's an old song. It's super good. Who sings it?
David Meese.
David Meese.
But there's also a passage in Colossians that talks about how he took all the decrees that were hostile against us, and he nailed it to the cross, that he triumphed in it, that he triumphed at the cross. I mean, it specifically says, I wish I
Sorry, I'm
had
confusing.
I wish I had the reference. We're talking about how the cross is not defeat, but the cross is victory.
Yes.
But it specifically says that he
Mm.
triumphed over
I'm sorry, my
over those
aunt
decrees at the
Opal.
cross.
Hi. She said she loves that song. You know that song by David Meese? Yes. Sorry, that was like the
Okay, so for Good Friday,
yes. Good Friday.
while you're listening to David Meese on Good Friday, I'm inviting everyone listening to fast. That's what I plan to do, just to fast and to reflect on the cross. And then that evening at the Good Friday service, we will break the fast with communion and then have a nice dinner afterwards. And so it's and it's going to be bilingual. We haven't done. I see Nuria just sign on. Dios los bendiga.
Hola, Nuria.
To you as well. God bless you as well, Nuria. But how exciting it's going to be together with both our English and Spanish
that's going to be
families,
wonderful.
our church, all of our church body.
Here's a little hint. Okay, open the communion stuff before you start. Seriously, we did communion on Sunday, and the whole time I was trying to get the stupid thing open, and I'm like, it just very much distracting. Sorry, I don't know why I needed to share that.
Okay.
They're hard to open because they have them a little prepackaged now because of COVID. So I like
they're nice, but they are a little more
tear a piece of bread out.
Yep. So
okay, sorry, I totally interrupted.
that's okay. So,
Yes.
but being bilingual is going to be so good. And like for scripture
Yes, it'll be
reading,
amazing.
we're going to read some in English and have the Spanish words up on the screen. And then we're going to read in Spanish and have the English words up on the
That's
screen.
so cool.
So I'm really looking forward to being together with the Nueva Vida family. And then Saturday is the VI
Yes, we
Pizza
love you
Palooza.
Yay!
And remember, if you're going to drop stuff off, if you're going to donate, it
Do it by
needs to be in
Wednesday.
by Wednesday.
So
And,
we're going to get some Target gift cards today.
Okay.
I keep forgetting.
All right. We will do that. And then Sunday is Easter Sunday. Oh, we're so excited. And I met with 5 of the people that are going to be baptized on Sunday.
So we're doing
and
baptism. That'll be
Such
cool.
an exciting time.
Very cool.
We're going to have either 5, 6, or 7. We don't know exactly. Some people are figuring out their
It'll be a
schedules, but just, oh my goodness, to be able to baptize on Easter Sunday. And do you remember last year at Easter? Last year at Easter, this thing.
It was weird. It was really weird. What?
I love what Paul just said. Todo cheque. You're right. Everything is todo cheque this Easter.
What does that mean?
That's in Honduras. It's like saying everything's good. Everything's fine. It's kind of like in Venezuela, chévere. Everything's chévere. In
Nice.
Honduras, it's todo cheque. Everything's just a big check mark. Everything's good.
Okay.
But it's going to, and we're excited. Our daughter Cassidy and her new husband Garrett are going to be with us for Easter.
We're having
weekend.
leg of lamb.
Are
It's
we?
a tradition. Yes.
That poor lamb with 3 legs. Just kidding. We're going to have a leg of lamb
We're having
and
lamb.
a great meal.
We always usually do that at Easter.
And so anyway, it's going to be a great service. Exciting to be, be able to baptize. Oh, and what I was saying, if you think back to last year, this had just happened. I mean, Good
I know
Friday,
it was weird.
everything was virtual. Easter Sunday, everything was virtual. And we were just trying to figure out
So
how to make things happen.
this year, I'm going to go to the actual church and have the sunrise service with the Nueva Vida.
6 a.m.
Yes, I will be there. Last year, I was sitting right back there. If you can see that little lounge chair-ish there. I was sitting there listening, watching it on the thing.
That's
the
right. I
sunrise
forgot you did
service.
that.
Yeah, I got up early.
I
had
was
my little
upstairs in
blanket.
bed sleeping while she was doing that.
Not the morning person. But anyway, so yes, Nueva Vida is having their sunrise service at church. So if you want to come, it'll be in Spanish, but that's okay.
But the food, there'll be a breakfast afterwards.
I didn't know about that.
Yep. So they do a sunrise service at 6 and then breakfast, and then the English service comes at 10. It's going to be a great time. Hey, we need to wrap up
Oh, yeah.
because we've gone about 14 minutes now.
Sorry.
But hey, thank you for spending these minutes
Yes.
with us. Let's see. I think we said hello to
I
everyone.
think we did.
So it has been so good to see you here. Please, throughout this week, just keep focusing on the cross. Keep going back to the Word. Keep thinking about. There's another great song that says, "I will glory in the cross," and that's a
There
great.
are so
place
many
to-
good songs. I think I'm going to make an Easter playlist.
I think we should. Do you have a favorite?
That one by David Meese.
David Meese. I gotta say,
Seriously, that was so significant to me when I was in high school because he does this whole monologue about. Wait, is that the same one?
Yeah.
He does a whole monologue about the crucifixion And, like he was a bystander listening and watching. He's like, wait a minute, oh, what's going on? This is weird. And then he breaks into song and says he could have called 10,000 angels to destroy the world. How does the beginning of that song?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's very cool. So
I always
it's
like,
one of those 80s songs, though.
I always like the Old Rugged Cross. That's probably
That's good
one
too.
of my favorites.
I like the Gravy song.
Up from the grave he arose.
Up from the grave he arose. When I was a kid, I used to think it said up from the gravy arose. So
it's the gravy
it's
song.
the Gravy song, because I grew up singing hymns, and hymns are amazing. So
especially around Easter.
yes.
So, all right.
Anyway,
have a great day, everyone.
have a good
God bless
day.
you.
Enjoy the weather.
Oh yeah, get outside. It's amazing.